Words are the only jewels I possess. Words are the only clothes that I wear. Words, W-O-R-D-S. Words are the only jewels that I possess. Words are the only clothes that I wear. Words are the only food that sustains my life. Words are the only property that I distribute to people, says Tukka, not Gopalam. Tukaram said this. Look at that. Word is God. I worship that God with words. I don't know how many of you know. Some of you must have seen the film Tukaram, Bhakta Tukaram. Many of us think that Tukaram talked about only God. Today, I stole this poem called Abhang from Tukaram, and I worship the God called Word. Who is this God called Word? Anybody who can speak intelligently is a God of Word. I know all of you sitting in this hall and standing in this hall are chosen people. That's why you are here in this wonderful institute called Agriculture College. I worship you with what little words that I know. My friends, particularly those who are younger to me, take it from me, I am not going to tell you how to study your agronomy, how to study your other subjects, how to study your phytology, how to study your mycology. No. I am not even going to tell you how to write exams and how to get better marks. If by the end of this session, how long will it continue? 45 minutes? As long as you are patient. When you get bored, all of you together clap. I'll stop. Absolutely no problem. But at the end of that time, if I can put a single idea of mine into your minds, one idea into your minds, I feel that I am a blessed soul. I'll go back from here with a happy heart. Let me continue. Do you permit me to continue? Yeah. Come on. Ramesh made my job all the more simple by telling about Moulana Abul Kalam Azad. Abul Kalam is his name. Moulana is an addition because he became a Moulana. Moulana is a religious master. Like we say Guru so and so, Swami so and so. Similarly in Islam, when somebody becomes a religious guru, he is called Moulana, Maulvi. Can you believe a Moulana born in Mecca becoming education minister in India? Can we believe? Why are we fighting? I will not talk so much about him. I'll only quote Nehru. Nehru's one sentence or half sentence. Nehru said about Kalam, there is a strange and unique mixture of all the urges of the today and the modern outlook. Look at that. If you are a Moulana or if you are a Swami, you are an expert on past. You are very good at quoting from scriptures. You are very good at telling people what to do, what not to do. Forget about what you do. But here was a gentleman who was very different. He was very futuristic. There are only a few people. I ask a question not to the elders, but how many people know a professor by name Gogineni Ranganayakulu? Very good. Very good, very good, very good. I am happy. Ladies and gentlemen, your university's name, A-N-G, Acharya N-G Ranga, it expands into Professor Gogineni Ranganayakulu. He was a visionary like that. Though he was in politics, he thought more about agriculture. Let me tell you, best of the cultures that exist even today on the land is agriculture. Yes, I know. For the truth to establish, it gets 2 or 3 seconds. Isn't it? Otherwise you would have clapped the moment I said it. But for a second you thought, oh, what is this man saying? I am not trying to praise you. I am not trying to praise you. I suggest that all the agriculture universities should erect the statue of a philosopher poet from Karnataka. His name is Sarvajna. Like we in Telugu have a Vemana, in Kannada there is a Sarvajna. Sarvajna said, Koti Vidyagallalli Meti Vidyaye Melu. People who do not understand Kannada but only understand Telugu, Meti is already Melu. Melu, when it becomes an adjective, it becomes Meti. But here Meti is the Medi and Kadi. Sarvajna said, Koti Vidyagallalli Meti Vidyaye Melu. Out of 10 millions of types of education, it is the agriculture that is the best. You can ask him. Please wait for some more time. Wait for some more time. Later he said, Medi in Rati Nadedu. If Medi runs, if the plow runs, the wheel spins. Wheel of what? Wheel of everything. Wheel of civility. Wheel of civilization. What are the basic requirements of human being? Roti, kapda or makan. Roti cannot be made without a wheel. Roti cannot be made without meti. Kapda cannot be made without meti. Makan cannot be made without meti. If all the things that are needed by human beings are coming because of our science, I am putting myself also into your group because for this next 1 hour or so I am in agriculture college. Otherwise I am a zoologist, a little related to you. Geneticist, much more related to you. Koti Vidyagallalli Meti Vidyaye Melu Meti in Rati Nadedu Allade Desha Datave Kedagu. If you don't recognize this fact, the whole country will go to dog seaside. Don't you think we should have a statue of Sarvajna somewhere here and put this poem before it? Or below it? Come on, you consider. I don't worry about it. But, being in such an atmosphere, if you don't realize the importance of what you are going to do to yourself and to the society, once again Sarvajna said something. Kurikoppinolu hakki ariyade tani rasava horagana sogiyagi narite tatvada kuruhanararigu. I know nobody has understood a single word of it, am I right? I am also not an expert on Kannada. I know Kannada a little bit, but not to the level where I can interpret poetry. But I know the meaning of this. It looks there is a goat. This goat is there in a field. What field? Sugarcane field. What field is it? Sugarcane field. But see, interestingly, this goat does not know that this sugarcane can also be eaten. It is very sweet. Instead, goat is eating the leaves of the sugarcane. Leaves of sugarcane, if we try to eat, tongue will be cut, mind you. Eating sugarcane itself is very problematic. You can't, even if somebody removes the, outer layer for you, you munch it for some time, tongue will be cut. If somebody is there in such a beautiful science and does not realize the importance of it, it's like the goat that is there inside a sugarcane field, and instead of trying to eat sugarcane, if it is eating the leaves of sugarcane and spoiling its tongue, who can help it? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to help ourselves. I think maybe for the purpose of suspense or something, Ramesh left saying one thing. Ramesh, you should listen to me. Today, on the occasion of birth anniversary, who was born exactly 120 years back and died 50 years back, or maybe 51 years back, today is declared as National Education Day. That's why, I am asked to talk about education. What education? My goodness. Education, such a big word. I tried to expand it. I tried to expand the process called education. For the purpose of simplification, here also that cation is there. I have removed cation from education. Then 3 words are left. Okay, 3 words are left. E-D-U. E is for enlightenment. Enlightenment. Education is part enlightenment. And D is for development. Education is part development. U is utility. Nothing which cannot be applied. You study something, say nuclear physics or something, and sitting at home, you can't do anything. All the knowledge that's there in your brain is as good as the books that are there in the almirah. Books are there in the almirah. Many people buy books because interior decorator wants you to buy them. When you build a big house and ask the decorator to do up the drawing room, earlier days they used to suggest Encyclopedia Britannica, 32 volumes. You never opened it. You never opened it. How did it add? That's why Benjamin Disraeli, a thinker, long back said, if all the good books have done their due, this world would have been different. Similarly, when you have something up here, unless there is utility, there's no meaning. Once again I ask all you people, is there any other science which is more applicable than agriculture? I joined radio. Even before joining radio was kind of an obsession for me. I was a fan of radio, and mind you, even when this university was not Acharya N.G. Ranga University, there used to be a news bulletin on the radio for farmers, a news bulletin on agriculture, Vyavasaya Vartal. Andhra Pradesh Vyavasaya Vishwavidyalayam vari sahakaranto Vyavasaya Vartal. Is there a Vartalu about nuclear physics? Did anybody think about it? Never. It cannot happen. I am not trying to please people. I am only putting forward some truths here. Because what happens, most of the time, we continue to live without thinking. Education starts with this thinking. I don't know, there may be first year students, there may be final year students, and all the middle level people. Once you leave this campus with a degree in your hand, can you ever say that you have completed your education? I am surprised. I don't know how many people do not know Telugu in this hall. There may not be many. I am surprised when in Mahabhagavata, the character called Prahlada comes back from gurus and tells his father, Chaduvulalo marmamella chadiviti tandri. My goodness. Is there nothing that you can learn from tomorrow? If there is nothing that you can learn from tomorrow, whether it is Prahlada or his granddad, I am ready to tell him that you have to learn something called humility. You can never tell Chaduvulalo marmamella chadiviti tandri. You can complete a degree. You can complete a course. You can even produce 1 or 2 PhDs. You can even be given a DSc. But education continues till the day you are carried by 4 people to the ultimate place. I remember there was a great poet by name Puttaparthi Narayanacharlu who used to live at Kadapa. He was already known as Saraswati Putra. He was already known to be knowing around 14 languages. After 80 years of age, it looks he started learning Urdu. Somebody like me, when such people are there, we go to them in the evening or morning whenever we have time to sit with them and talk to them. Because talking to them is education. Somebody went and this man is trying to learn alif, be, pe, te, te, se, zim, zim, hai, hai, toe, zoe, lam, mim, noon, wow. That means I also know Urdu, am I right? Somebody asked, Ayagaru, enti ee vayaslo meeku enti ee baadha? Why are you trying to learn Urdu? He answered in 2 words. How many will understand? I don't know. He said, Jeevuni Vedana. That means the anguish of this being inside. I cannot complete one day without learning something new. That was what his answer was. If that is the situation, we should all think, what are we learning today? What did we learn yesterday? What are we going to learn tomorrow? You can say, no, we are trying to do whatever we are supposed to do in the best possible way. Teachers are all good teachers, students are all good teachers, classes take place very regularly. Even if you put an NSS program and call somebody unknown for a lecture, hall is almost full, almost all the students are here, we are perfect. It's okay. But do you know the broad purpose of, all your subjects, all your timetable, all your exams? No, I am not worried about that. But do you know the broad psychology, broad philosophy, broad purpose of education? I have already told, education is not about the degree. Education is not about getting a certificate. I don't have to talk about the education that is happening these days. I really am pained. I don't know if it is deterioration or improvement. I have something here from a magazine called the K10 Quarterly. I picked up the magazine and brought it. The first paragraph here reads, allow me to read it. Every few hundred years, there occurs a sharp transformation. It's not change, mind you, transformation. Every few hundred years, there occurs a sharp transformation. Within a few short decades, society rearranges itself. Society is defined here, its worldview, its basic values, its social and political structures, its arts, its key institutions. All these things rearrange themselves. And the people born then cannot even imagine a world in which their grandparents lived and into which their own parents were born. We are currently living through such a transformation. If I say 30 or a little more years, more than 30 years back, how my graduation classes used to be, how I used to be, some of you cannot even understand. My children, that's what I was telling this little girl who gave me the bouquet. She said, Swati. My daughter's name is Swati. She is a student of medicine at Kakatiya. Those are the exact words I told that little girl. My daughter is Swati. God bless you and my daughter also. She went to college instead of yesterday morning. She went to the college this morning. She goes early in the morning at 5 o'clock. She catches a bus. Of course, she does not come every day. Every week she comes. So, I don't get up at 5 o'clock. I'm a lazy man in the mornings. Early in the morning, I'm a lazy man. Throughout the day, I'm running around. I told her bye-bye. Yesterday morning, I got up and I saw her sleeping there. I went and asked her, what is wrong? She said, I'm not going today. I could not have imagined such a situation even in my post-graduation and PhD days. I'm not trying to find fault with you. There is a transformation. There is a change happening. In all the things that we do, there is a change. Then don't we understand where are we vis-a-vis the earlier people? I am telling you, all the teachers here will sympathize with me when I am saying these things, because they have seen it. But I am not on their side. I am on the side of the students who have not seen that situation. It's very different. It's very different. Medicine used to be 5.5 years or so. Now they said 4 years is more than enough. And on the 5th day they started dissecting hands and legs, mind you. So, if this is the situation, when we are in a situation of such a transformation, what are we supposed to do? And what is the locus standi that we take vis-a-vis education? I tell you with all the pride, I will not talk more about me further. I am a gold medalist in zoology from Osmania University. And I have a wonderful PhD where my publications are there. From Germany, America, you name, I have done some very good. But I'll come back to it. I am not practicing that any longer. I am not practicing it. I only know genetics. But I am not doing genetics. Somebody who has done such very good work has given up and doing motivational talking, doing management trainings, went and joined All India Radio. That's what. I'll tell you. What are the three things EDU mean? Number one, E, enlightenment. What is this enlightenment? If you are richer by some information on one of your subjects, all of your subjects, is it enlightenment? No. Enlightenment is when you put this subject into your life, when you put this subject into your overall personality, when you start enjoying it. Number one, enjoying it. Number two, get excited about it. Even today when somebody says, I did 2 decades of genetics, I said, oh, here is a fellow being who is also a geneticist. Unless that excitement is there, along with your education. Unless that enjoyment is there along with your education is as dry as a dry bone. Then you extend your limits. You extend your limits.